A very good morning, beloved. Beloved, there's one thing that I want us to understand about the operation of a human being. A human being was born with the inner spirit and the flesh. That is why they say, "He who dwells in me is he who serves in me." Now, after you have accepted Jesus Christ, you become cleansed inside, spiritually you become cleansed. In other words, you are free of the manifestation or the influence or the introduction of the evil spirit in you at that time. But it doesn't mean that your flesh is immune from attacks. Your flesh will only be cleansed after you have reached the stage of redemption. After redemption is then that your flesh and your spirit would be immune from impurities. But now, after then, it's up to you to decide what is it that you want to do. Like it is said in Romans 6, that he who serves me is in me and is with me. But it is a choice of an individual to serve me and become my servant. In other words, you have to choose by what you do as whether you want to leave the right side or you want to leave the left side. That is up to you. That is why I always say to you, don't stigmatize people and call them by names: criminals, a druggist, a thief, a prostitute, or whatever you may. That is not right. That is the spirit in that person. We go to Mark 5, the man who was staying in the grave yard. That man was chained before. He was chained all over. But because of that spirit and the spirits in him, those spirits enabled him to cut those chains and cut himself. That's why he was, at the end, nobody could ever try to hold him because he was strong. He had that strong evil spirit that was controlling him. When Jesus approached him from the boat, he said to him, "Jesus, man of the high God, what is it that I have to do with you? Are you here to come and command me?" Those spirits, they don't want to be perturbed. When they come across the people who got powers, they become violent, combatant, and they fight because they want to dwell in us. As he said, the flesh doesn't have anything good up until redemption. And redemption as well, you have to maintain it like a car. You have to service it by praying, by living a righteous life, failing to which you're going to go back to the stage where you were never revived, you were never redeemed, you never accepted Jesus Christ. So if we can understand that portion, we would now be able to communicate and tolerate one another. Now, coming to the spirit that dwells in a person. In the very Mark 5, when Jesus was on the way of casting away those spirits, that very man said, "Don't take them out. Don't torture them. Don't harm them." But now, Jesus was in the process of casting them out. Now there's a voice that said, "Don't take us away from where we are." And Jesus asked him, "What is your name?" He said, "My name is Legion, because we are many." So in other words, this is not the man who was answering. That was one of those spirits. That's why these false prophets, they use that, they instill the spirit in you. And the spirit captures you and it speaks. That's why when the person is being interviewed after rolling and doing all that magic that those demon-possessed people are using, that person will say, I want to kill them. I want everybody dead. It is not the person who's talking, it's the demon in the person. So the demon in that person said, don't take us away from where we are. Take us to the swines. And there were pigs that were nearby. And the spirit got into 2,000 pigs. Meaning that we can possess many spirits in us. This spirit can say, you must lie. This one can say, be addicted to drugs, be addicted to alcohol, be addicted to women. That's why people who are using drugs, they lie, because they've got more than one spirit. I'm going to say everything I'm saying is biblical. So people, let us understand that what makes a person to misbehave is not the person himself. Don't stigmatize that person. It's the spirit in that person. So say, I cast away the evil spirit. Don't say to a person, I want you to stop drinking. You want to cast the spirit of drunkenness out of that person. Because the spirit can hear. That's why when Jesus was about to take the spirit away, they were listening at the communication between Legion and Jesus Christ. When he said, I want to cast those spirits away. When he was in the process, then one of the voices said, don't take us away from here. Please take it into the swine. So meaning that the spirit talks. So let us pray for these people. Stop stigmatizing them. Stop ostracizing them. Stop putting them aloof and take them as just objects. If a person uses drugs, he or she becomes sort of negative to water, to washing, because I understand their flesh is easily hurtful. So that's why they don't wash. And the mind as well, they become lazy to do that. Man, don't move away from that person and say you are stinking and all that. Do something. What is it you're going to do? It's either you organize somebody and say, man, I please want to take this person into your house in the neighborhood and have a bath and do something. There's no need to do that, because if you do that to people, more people, tomorrow it will be you. Tomorrow it will be your child. That's why if you can see, you know it yourself. If you wish other people bad luck,